Good evening, Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So this is a quick live tonight. I just wanted to get in before the day ends. And what is this about? Randomness is good. So what do I mean? Sometimes when we do something really random in the day, it turns out really good. Like something we don't even expect, we don't imagine that could happen. And something really good comes from it. So it's an example. People watching the live or the replay, feel free to share down below in the comments something random maybe you experienced and something really good came from it. So what's your example, Martin? What happened? What happened tonight? So I had a random meetup with a friend, and this is how it turned out for me. So it started, and this person was sharing about art perspective. This person is really into art. This is a friend of mine all the way back from grade school, growing up, and then we like reconnected in the past years. And this person also plays the piano. He's really good at it, and then that's a whole different story in itself. Because like he claims he hates playing the piano, but then the way I see it, just from my perspective, he's like a genius when he plays. So what else happened in that random meeting? We started talking about guns. So that's a passion of mine. Art is like his passion. And then this friend of mine also got married just this year. So random, my curiosity was asking about married life. So what was it like before? And then like the backstory of knowing each other for many years. And then what was it like on the honeymoon, and what's it after? That's just me being curious. And then polarity. So I was just sharing lessons as well. I learned that lesson from just last December 2020 from my Date with Destiny seminar, Tony Robbins. So I'm just testing if the lessons that I learned are true in reality. So really, really interesting. So what's an example of polarity? For example, if I'm a guy and then maybe I tend to be more logical, for example, what would complement me is not necessarily a woman or a partner who's also logical. So maybe someone a little different, a little more creative, artistic, something like that. Down to even physical. So let's say if I'm the skinny or like the thin one, physically the polarity that would match or attract might be someone who's a little more malaman. So in English, meaning someone who's like more full-bodied. I don't know how a better way of saying that, right? Someone who's thick. So next, random stuff that we were just sharing, talking about business. So that's part of growing up, adulting, real estate. So things that I never thought I would be getting into or being interested in. And then that was on this other person's side. My side is from real estate to estate planning. So something I didn't expect I'd get into, getting into life insurance, the financial services industry in 2014, learning about estate planning in 2016, I believe, like 2017, taking my certified wealth planner, certification, accreditation. And then we were also bouncing off, again, randomness, right? We were talking about topics like addiction, healing, our life paths, down to, I'll mention this one, an example of art and what we were talking about just moments ago. Chris Burden, I had no idea who this artist was. Urban Light. So one of his popular works, and ironically, one of my mentors, Owen Cook, like he had a video of it, because Urban Light, when you Google it or look it up, it's gonna look either really familiar or like you'll get what I mean. So Small World, like what he shared, was something I actually saw also before. And then Gagoism, so again, this art people in that world. Performance art, so I'm going to the last parts of our randomness sharing. Performance art, what hit me was, it made me realize, he said this line, not all art is made by artists. And that really hit me, because you don't necessarily have to be a famous painter, artist, sculptor to create art in life. And it kind of aligned. That lesson hit me because, like, one of my friends, Mark, who does magic, that's a form of performance art. The way you do your work or your passion could be a form of art as well, and the way you perform it. So his example of Chris Burden, I was wondering, like, what do you call that type of artwork? For example, he does this 8-second video wherein his assistant shoots him in the arm, and then it ends there, right? So I was wondering, what kind of art is that? You get shot, it's video format. What is this? So the key word you said was performance art. So how do I relate this to you, to me? Sometimes we can create art just through our own performance in life. So that one hit me. Randomness is good. So go back to the topic. Randomness is good. Why? It's actually a human need also. So I learned that again from Tony Robbins, like the six human needs. We have a need for certainty, which is related to security, stability. But we also have a need for uncertainty, which is variety. That's where the randomness comes in. Why? It can serve as a catalyst, or it can connect into growth, expanding our perspective, just seeing life through a different lens. So, like, I see, thank you for people watching. Like Edward, let's say, I have some friends in real estate businesses, and I never saw life that way. I never knew you could sell plants. I never knew you could do business in a certain way. So it opens up my eyes to the world. I don't feel as limited anymore. So these possibilities. Sometimes it also just makes me appreciate my life more, because I feel like my world is small, or my problems are heavy, and then I start to see life from a different point of view. And nakakagaan, meaning it lifts, it makes life feel a little lighter and better. So that's how randomness can be good for you. So people watching the library replay, feel free to share how maybe something random in your life became really good for you. So thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time.